Now, before you start commenting about how the past couple of TDS updates have been peak, I know, okay? I loved Narrator's Redemption as much as the next guy, but I have a few problems. I'm gonna explain my problems with TDS events, and you can bully me as much as you want for my opinion in the comments as much as you like, but let's get to it. The past two events, we've gotten insanely powerful towers. Warlock and Spotlight Technician are overpowered as hell. And the tower matches the difficulty. Both the recent Christmas and Halloween events were pretty difficult. Hell, I didn't even finish the Halloween update. But the problem stems from easy mode. I'll get more into that later, but last year you used to get a tower for beating easy mode and hard mode. This let newer and lesser skilled players be able to get an exclusive tower. Though they sucked really bad, like really bad, it still helped new players get intrigued and gave them an incentive to even try. Nowadays, if you're under level 100, don't even think of trying to beat these events. Like 2 million HP, really? Point is, I think they should continue to make 2 event towers for each mode. I mean, Blow, really, give these new players a chance, my guy. Like, there's no way Jim Bob 420, who's level 44 in this game, should be subjected to this if they want anything out of the event. I know there's the battle pass, but still, more on the subject. Half of the old event towers have been brought back into the shop for these ridiculous prices. I really hope no one is dropping 800 Robux on Elf Camp, which, by the way, is just worse military base. If I remember, Elf Camp was like 300 Robux back in 2022, and now that they quote-unquote reworked it, it's worth $10? Like, what are we even doing now? First clickbait and now this? Tell me the devs are money hungry without telling me. Okay, I'll make this quick. Right now, there is quite literally no reason to do easy mode. Unless you want the badge, easy mode, though fitting, is just way too easy. If I'm correct, you can beat the entire mode with like 2 different towers. You get like nothing for beating it too. No event tower, the rewards suck. I think Molten gives more coins than easy mode. Now that I think about it, 700 coins for easy mode isn't half bad. Sidetracked. If you're gonna make easy mode something that a toddler could beat on their own, don't even implement it. Like, especially if you're gonna give half-ass rewards that are barely beneficial. Nah, hold it there. You know you're watching this video, and I couldn't help but notice that you're not subscribed, you know? How about we fix that? Look, I'm trying to get the content creator role in TDS, and I can only do it with your help, so if you don't mind, consider subscribing. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Nearly all of the TDS events in the past year or two have been lagfest. I was running on like 0.2 frames per second in the Narrator's Redemption. Don't even get me started on the Ducky event. Holy. I'm being so dead ass. One of the guys I was doing it with had to stand on the very far side of the map so he wouldn't crash. A phone player, by the way. I feel so bad for phone players just because of how laggy these events are. My PC could barely run it, and I can only imagine how mobile users felt. TDS has obviously been leaning more towards just solely crowd control events. Why do you think Mortar came along?
I mean, he has great crowd control.
And because they're leaning into more crowd-heavy events, that means way more assets, and that means it's way more laggy. They're trying their hardest to optimize the game, but I gotta be brutally honest, it's not working. They do have some settings that can chip away at the lag, but it just feels like they keep adding more unnecessary effects into the game, and it just ends up killing the performance in people's games. Nowadays, TDS events are obviously way harder than they used to be. That's a separate issue, and since these events are really difficult, most players use strat docs to beat them. Now, I of course use strat docs, but it gets to a point where to even beat an event, you have to either get really lucky with your matchmaking, have some goated friends, or having strat docs be one of the main things in TDS. Shit, they have an entire channel dedicated to it in their Discord server. It kind of defeats the purpose of TDS being a strategy game if you just read off of a document and do exactly what it tells you. But then again, people can do whatever they want after all. Like, 9 out of every 10 TDS players have used a strat doc at some point, let's be honest. Last but not least, this isn't really a point, and it only goes for this event, but I wanted to add it because, well, my channel. Okay, so there's a skin in Forsaken. It's Narrator Noli. And by far, no contest, it's one of the best skins in that game. But you want to know how you get it? Beating Narrator's Redemption on hard mode. Thankfully, I beat it before the skin came out, and I'm level 500 in TDS, but Can you imagine how hard it is for Forsaken players who have probably never touched a tower defense game in their life to beat a 2 million HP boss? Now, there are strat dogs out there to help Forsaken players get the skin, and there's an entire Discord server, I think, dedicated to helping people get things. So, no, it's not impossible, but I think they 100% should have made it easy mode and not hard mode. That way, Forsaken players don't have to play a game they probably don't like at all for a few weeks just to get one of the best skins in that game. Well, those are all the points I could think of right now. I'm sure there are more, but whatever. I'm really hoping this video does well just because, last video kicked the bucket to say the least. I'm probably gonna lean into more commentary focused videos just because I like the style a lot more than say a versus video. And they're way easier to make, so there's that. Anywho, with all said and done, this has been Dropout, and I'm going to sleep now.